Hello everyone. I wanted to do a video about the overlay perspective. Um, my first videos were always showing the overlays, but we don't need. We've since established that we don't need to really discuss the overlays because all they are is an illusion. But we'll look at them because it can give us a perspective from what we should visualize is going to happen, or at least help us a little bit. And it can also, we can also measure price movements relative to the other price movements on the same chart and check that with the numbers that they agree. So what we know from the last couple of weeks, this is the 4-hour chart. Pound LFX is the bars, are the bar charts. We know that pound was very weak, and we know that during this period they've been buying it. And now pound has gone up from the open of the week to here. It's now here. It's broken through three currencies in terms of strength. Now, when we bring this over here, we can measure this and get the height. From the very bottom of the lowest green candle after the open to there is the height. Okay. And now the next currencies we know have been strong. Aussie, which is the orange one. The grey one is Canada, and the turquoise here is LFX, and the New Zealand is in here somewhere. Where's the New Zealand gone? CAD. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, New Zealand is tied in here. It's so close to Aussie. It's just, you can barely even notice it, but it's in there. And so is Aussie. Well, you know from the open this week they've been strong. Well, let's take a look at this move of pound relative to them. This is the lowest point of the open would be here. After the open, the lowest point would be here. So, and we can see already the pound moves stronger than all of them. And if we go back here and do it every time, we'll notice that there's always a stronger one, and that is the dominating currency. That is what I'm referring to as the dominating currency. And it's important to know which is the dominating currency when trading in the middle of on the other pairs. It may be the case that pound is the dominating currency and strongest, and then the strongest weakest currency, but it's not dominating, it's just weak, is Swiss. So if you're doing a Euro New Zealand, you have to, you're doing it off something that you've learned from something else through knowing what the dominating currency is. And you're not really going for big trends, you're just trying to get daily moves, a move for the whatever session you're doing, really. So what do we got here? Since this time, pound has gone up to here, and dollar since it was here, so dollar's declined. So our pound or dollar buy is correct. But if we were only looking at this, we would have seen this after the fact, because this is always adjusting. it's dynamic. This is so it's adjusting itself for price to always make it fit in perfectly. But yes, it looks like it's using these other currencies as support and resistance, but it's not. It's an illusion. This is why I've got the USA as a magenta color for Neptune, illusion. It's an illusion. So, and CAD is grey for dull, a dull government. And pound I just left as the regular overlay main currency. But yeah, this is how we can do it. And then what we're visualizing is we know that euro and pound are going to be tied. So we're visualizing the blue and the green over time to rise up, while the Aussie and the yen and the New Zealand start to go sideways and bounce off each other, and then ultimately the pound hits them wherever that may be. It may be here, it may be here. My guess is it's going to hit them here somewhere, I would imagine. We'll find out. And yeah, this is really what I wanted to show you. It's just an illusion, really, because the numbers told us what was going to happen anyway. So don't try not to get distracted with anything on a technical from a technical perspective, because it's just telling you illusions. It's that simple. And we can go back all for forever demonstrate that same thing. There's no point in even trying to prove it. It's undeniable at this point if you've been following along, because the rest of it's just mathematical equations that line up with the mathematics of the human emotions. So that's why some areas work and some don't, and when they do, they don't work next time. But it gives you enough to make you think that it is going to work again next time, but it's not. You might have to wait 10 goes, but by then you've given up that idea and you've moved on to something else, which also doesn't work. But yeah, this is how to do it and how to see through the illusions. You just have to pull back and stop and say, wait a minute. The numbers tell us what's going to happen. And we could go back here and we would have seen that as well, the same thing. But yeah, that is my video on the overlay chart. Thanks a lot.